Good evening, folks. Welcome back to the channel and back in the PMDG 737-800. Tonight's trip, we are going from Schiphol to Manchester Airport. Got a flight time today of about 55 minutes, according to SimBrief, and it's given us a flight level of 280. Before we crack on with anything, I just want to say thank you for watching, and if you go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button down below, that would really help us out. So without further ado, let's go into the cockpit. As you can see, we are in a cold and dark state. So let's go ahead and get some things going, shall we? So first things first, parking brake needs to be turned on. Next, battery carbon on. Close the guard. Emergency lights set to armed. Close the guard. And we'll come down below and we'll request GPU connection. Any second now while they sort that out, and then we'll go upstairs and turn it on. There we go. And let's go ahead and put ground power on, shall we? There we go. The aircraft is now alive. Right. I'm just going to come down here now and we're going to go ahead and request our fuel service. It needs to be refueled. So our fuel this evening is 7,607 kilos. Let's just move that for a second. 7,607 kilos is the target. And we'll go ahead and request that fuel truck. So it should be on its way. There it is. We'll just keep an eye on that, but we'll carry on getting things ready otherwise. So let's come up above and we'll make sure our lights are set to steady, which they are, which is good. And at this point we'll go ahead and set seatbelt signs to auto. Next we'll come up, electrical pumps on. Window heat on, yaw damp on, and the left aft fuel pump. As the left aft is what feeds the APU. So is our fuel? No, not in position yet. Get in there though. There we go. We should be able to start fueling any second now. There we go, and begin the fuel. Then he can work his way through that whilst we carry on getting everything else sorted now. So next, let's go ahead and get the APU started up, shall we? Start, and it goes back to the on position, and we should be able to watch that wind up. If we come outside, you can hear it just spooling up now. Scenery I'm using today for Schiphol is the Sobo Schiphol. I'd say it's pretty good. There's a few odd things that happen, but you know, not the end of the world. It's a nice exhaust effect, that as well. It's nice to see that it's coming off the APU as well. There we go. Sounds like he's on. He's just come up down to stabilise now. There we go. So APU's on. Let's go ahead and switch over. So now the APU is providing us with power, not the ground power unit. So APU bleed next needs to come on. And the packs can be set to auto. Isolation valve can also be open now as well. So next I'm going to come back down here, and I'm going to request release of the ground power unit. Seeing as though we're getting power now from the APU, there's no point in having the ground power unit connected anymore. So that's fine. So now let's go ahead and start programming our flight, shall we? So let's go ahead to FMC. So our reference airport this evening. Oh, in fact, what I have not done is I have not set my IRS to nav. Silly Billy. carry on. So Echo Hotel Alpha Mike. Gate we are Bravo 23. Go ahead and select that and pop that in there, and now our iris has aligned. Now I just use the instantaneous alignment rather than the wait in the whole 8 minutes or whatever the figure is. You can set that in here in the FMC in the settings if you want to. It's up to you which one you want. I prefer instant because I don't want to sit around for 8 minutes doing nothing. Anyway, let's carry on. So we want our company route, so EHAM to Echo Golf Charlie Charlie. There we go. Let's go ahead and request that plan. Any second now. Come on. Go. Load it in. Excellent. Our departure to the scene is off 36 left. And our flight number is KLM 221. And let's go ahead and activate that. Perfect. Okay, let's go ahead and request it for our performance initiation. Any second now. Load. There we go. Now it's giving us an altitude of 38,000 feet, but we're actually only going up to 28 this evening. That's what sim brief's given me. Okay. And 1 minutes are fine, and we'll take flaps 10 this evening. And center of gravity, so I need 4.85. Which is fine, and we'll do the V speeds shortly. But as we come down to our departure and approach part of the page, departure. So we want 36 left, and SimBrief has given us. Let's find it. The Bergie to Zulu departure. Excellent. And then our approach this evening is an ILS 23 right, and we are coming in on Eurozone 1 Foxtrot. Okay, perfect. Let's go and look at our legs here and switch over to the plan page just so we can see what's going on. Yeah, so okay. So let's go ahead and I can go in that. So what is going on here? That's because I've got 2 poles, okay. That pole. Delete. Execute that, and then into that. This looks like I'm making an absolute pig's ear out of this. Yeah, there we go. Fixed. For some reason there it doubled up on some waypoints, which meant I would have gone round there and back around again, so yeah, not how it should be. Thankfully all sorted though, so happy there. So now we can set our V speeds. So back to inref. Oof, 141 today, that's okay. I can turn them on, and I'll turn that on as well. Climb thrust set to 1500 actually. Actually, that's fine. Talking rubbish there. So that looks like fuel has finished. Let's go ahead and release that guy there. So as you notice today we've got fuel in the wings but nothing in the centre tank, so we don't need to worry about the central fuel pumps, which is handy. So as you can see we've already got cargo on board, so that's fine. Let's go ahead and bin them off. And we already have passengers on board, so that's fine. Can we go ahead and retract those air stairs now? And make sure the doors are closed. Probably did that a bit arse about face, but there you go, not the end of the world. Okay, so let's carry on with the preparation, shall we? So let's come back here. So let's move that over. And our QNH this evening is 1018. 1018 is set. Let's go ahead and put in our altitude for 28,000 feet. Now guys, I'm by no means a real, 737 pilot. I'm just going off of a checklist that I've been using from British Av Geek, and it tends to be pretty good. So it does the job for me at least anyway. So transponder set to TA. Fueling boarding is complete. Takeoff data is set. Cruise altitude, need to go and set that up to 28,000 feet. And Manchester is 150 feet. Cool. Okay, so next, flight directors at this stage can be set on. There we go. And we're in a good position now for pushback. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and turn our anti-collision light on. Seatbelt signs are set to auto as they should be. Your damper should be on by now. And we are looking like we're in a good place at this stage. Okay, so let's go ahead and plan our pushback here. There we go. And enter that and request the push. So everything's squared away. Let's go ahead and remove the chocks. Services, remove chocks. Where's my pushback tug? Where are you? Okay, so I'm going to have to go ahead and use a different method. So cancel pre-plan push. So reverse. So parking brakes off. So let's just slow him right down. I've never actually used this method, so this will be fun. So what that means is go ahead and put the fuel pumps on. Packs off. So I'm waiting for this to hit 2.5. Yes, let's go ahead and inject the fuel. Okay, let's start the second one. Parking brake is set. That's just hit 2.5 now. Now, some of you might be wondering why am I not using GSX or anything like that. Well, at the minute, from what I've read, it's very buggy at the minute, and I don't really want to buy half a product, to be perfectly honest. So, I mean, I'm sure it will come good at some point, but at the minute, it's just, yeah, not too keen at the minute. I mean, I hope it does come good because, you know, I remember it from the P3D and FSX days and it was great. Really, really good tool. So I'm sure it will. It's just, at the moment, it's not, as far as I'm concerned. Okay, so after start checklist, generators can, oh, no, wrong way. Take over from the APU. Which is what we want. Start switches set to continuous. Probe heat can now come on. Icing is fine. That'll be as required. Engine 1 bleeds can come on. This can come on as well. Packs set to auto. Isolation valve set to auto as well. APU bleed can come off, and we can go ahead and turn the APU off. We should be good because we're on generating our own power now, which is good. So flaps set to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. So flap should be coming down. Nice. Elevator trim. Let's go ahead and set that. So it was 4.39, wasn't it? There we go, 4.39. LNAV and V-NAV can also be selected now. As well as autothrottle can be armed, which is good. So, so 3.6 left is where I am going to. So we are good to taxi now. So taxi light on, brakes off. We should start moving. Come on. I'm not going anywhere. Yeah, no, not that heavy. Crikey. Stop pushback, that's probably why. There we go, now moving. So, brake set to RTO for departure. Well, we got there in the end, didn't we? Wasn't pretty, but hey ho. Sorry if you can hear my squeaky chair. I need to get some WD-40 on it. But look, looks like we've got a lovely evening here though in Amsterdam, using live weather. I'm expecting an equally nice evening in Manchester as well, but whether live weather's playing ball or not, we shall see. Not hopeful. Not bad scenery from the Asobo version, I've got to say. It's quite pleasant to fly in and out of. Certainly are worse sceneries out there. I think the problem with going to 3.6 left is it's blooming miles away. So I know the 737-800 isn't the smallest aircraft the KLM operate. I think the smallest aircraft they operate is the Embraer 175, I think. Or it's a version of the Embraer in it, at least anyway. But I have seen 737-800 fly into Manchester a fair few times over the years, so I don't think we look too out of place with it. It's a shame that they haven't modelled in the vehicles going underneath the taxiway, as in putting the actual sort of flyover in place. There are some casinos out there that do have that function working, so it would be nice if they could revisit it and fix that, I suppose. But I guess, I'm nitpicking a little bit there. Again, considering it's I can't remember if this is included in the deluxe edition. Well, it's included in one of them at least anyway, so it's not necessarily a free scenery, but I think it's supposed to be a handcrafted version. There are some areas still that I think could do with a little bit more attention to, but like I say, I'm nitpicking really. But, hey ho. Customers are never happy, are they? Lovely, lovely textures. Just seem to be missing a bit of traffic now. I know people say there's always VATSIM up. I'm just not very confident with VATSIM at the minute. I need to get into it properly, really. Certainly I'm not confident taking 737 onto it, at least anyway. Small little pootly things, like Pier 28, fine, because I can go slow time. but that's VFR, whereas this is all IFR with this 737, certainly if doing flights like this. So practice, I suppose, is what I need to do. So maybe I'll get there in the end. So must be a freshly tarmacked area. This is the direction I'm supposed to be going. So no further down here, there is like a bit of a dip, which you'll see in a minute. It just looks really, really odd. Of course, because of the way things are, we will feel it. We'll experience it at least anyway. Maybe not feel it. There we go. Again, it's like they've gone to go do the flyover and then just not really. So you see what I mean? We'll just drop right down. It's really, really bizarre. And we've got to come back up. Yeah, I don't think it's like that in real life. Pretty sure it's not. Could be wrong. If I am wrong, someone please let me know down below. But I'm pretty sure I'm not. If I've not already mentioned, guys, if you don't mind giving us a like down below, that would really help us out. Even better would be if you could subscribe as well. For more great content. Let's reset the fuel flow for departure. Let's come on. To goals. Transponder can be set to TARA. TFC can be selected. Okay, good. So let's go ahead and start the clock. Okay. And let's go.
V1.
And let's rotate nice and gently. Don't want sail strike. There we go. Where's rate coming up? Gears travelling. There we go. Bye bye Schiphol. Lovely, lovely evening. Let's go ahead and autopilot coming on. Nice. Go ahead and select our V-NAV there as well. So after takeoff checklist, gear can get set to off, auto brakes can come off, flaps can be retracted, which they are slowly coming up. One more stage to bring back. Let's go ahead and do that now. Nice. The good thing about this is we have no restrictions on the departure other than being above 9,500 by Bergy. Which I'm sure we can do because we're rocketing up now, which is good. What does everybody think of the 737-800? That's down in the comments down below. So far I am absolutely loving it. Really, really enjoying it. It's my first PMDG aircraft ever. It feels like a good aircraft and a good time to pop that cherry, I suppose. Details just fantastic. Really, really good. I'll go ahead and switch over to standard now, and landing and attack that's going to come off. Just like that, folks, we are on our way. Hi guys, welcome back to the flight deck, and as you can see we are nearly at Manchester. We're just flying in on the Star now on our approach into Manchester. So we're sending down to an altitude of 3,500 feet for the ILS. As you can see there, we are picking it up slowly, which is good. So we're going to head now and reduce our speed to 200 knots. So that we can start to configure shortly. So landing checks have been carried out. But just to go over it with you again, so OcUK is set 1020, landing lights are all on, seatbelt signs are set to auto. The ILS frequency has been input, so 109.5. The VOR at Manchester also has been put in 113.55. The course for our arrival this evening is 232 degrees. We're taking flaps 40 for the approach, which has given us a VAP of 144 over the threshold, which is not too bad. Yeah, we're looking pretty good. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to give us some flap just to help us a little bit. And there's the city of Manchester. There's the airport. Looking nice. I should be turning for finals shortly. So I'm going to go ahead and select Command B now as well. So when we select the approach, it comes into effect. Cracking view, absolutely cracking. So we are within 10 miles now. The gear is coming down. See that the localizer is coming across. So let's go ahead and engage the approach mode there.
$2,500.
Lovely evening here in Manchester. Lovely. So gears down 3 greens. 2 stages of flap to go. Such a good view. Looking good. On glide slope. Fantastic stuff.
$400. $300.
Continue.
$200. $100.
Cool.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Come on, get down. There we go. Nice. So flaps coming up now. Taxi light on. Landing lights can come off and go from flash to steady. Nice, very nice. Let's go ahead and get the APU started. Alright, just look at that. So damn good. So damn good. The temperature's coming down. It's nearly stabilized. APU on is on steady. APU bleed can come on now. And once we're at the gates, we can go ahead and switch over so we don't kill power to the aircraft. So I just missed the time that we actually touched down, so I think we had an initial time of 55 minutes. I think we were a little bit late, so we'll call it an hour. It's 5 minutes late. It's acceptable. Session transponder, I can come to T8. Go ahead and turn off TCAS. Probe heat can come off. Very good. Absolutely loving the Manchester scenery at the moment. Speaking of, I'll be there tomorrow evening at the real airport. Picking up my family. Unfortunately, that means the fun stops then. Oh, the fun so often stops at least anyway. Lovely warm glow of the evening sun. Really, really nice. The nights are starting to draw in. It's not getting colder. I expect this live weather won't be as favourable going forward, which should be nice. A bit more of a challenge. A bit cloudy, rainy, cold. Just what we like here in the UK. Of course, I'm joking there. So this is the new-ish pier at Terminal 2 in Manchester. Absolute ball ache, because yeah, when you come through into departures, you're starting around. If your gates over here, bloody nightmare. Let's take gate 108. Go. So we can go ahead and turn taxi lights off. And now we want to switch over to the APU power. Looks like it's good. Go ahead and shut down. Let's come down here and get the chocks in. Let's go ahead and request the jetway. And there she comes. And of course we will request for the baggage shortly. And there we have it, folks. Schiphol to Manchester in one easy hop. As always, thanks for joining the channel this evening. Go ahead and give us a like and subscribe. It really helps us out. Until next time, I shall see you later.